we're gonna start this vlog right now. So when is the right time to start your grieving process? Instantly. You start to grieve instantly after you lose the love of your life. So when is the right time to start filming your healing process? I guess now. So we're gonna start this now, and this is Cinco de Mayo. Today is May 5th. You guys already saw my other video. If you haven't saw it, definitely go watch my other video first. It goes into all the details on Robert's passing and on how he lost his battle with cancer. And this is basically going to be how I'm going to start my vlogging process of healing and how I'm going to grieve and start my healing process with just moving on and learning how to grieve and move on and be happy in life and do all the things that Robert wanted me to do in life after he passed. And I want to vlog the entire process of it and share with you guys all the amazing resources and the support and just the sheer amount of love and connection and friendships and condolences and help that I've gotten so far since he's passed, and the biggest one of which is my job at Amazon where I work. So they've been absolutely so supportive and have given me so many different resources for grieving and survivor support groups and survivor support therapy and financial advice and financial advisory, financial experts. I have a whole packet of things at home that, when I get back, I'd like to share with you guys, and I'll read, and all of these things, resources for living and free therapy sessions and survivor support, all provided to me for free at no cost for the next 12 months. So what I would like to try to do is take you guys along and make sure I can remember to hit record when I am going through any type of grief counseling, or if I'm going to talk to somebody about grief and grieving the loss of my husband, who fought so hard to beat this terminal cancer. It was terminal. Who fought so hard to just live and continue to fight the fight. To go being with somebody for almost 9 years and your whole life and what you've known and what it consisted of and what you guys had built together, to go from being with somebody for that long and then now to go being alone is challenging. So this is the very beginning of my journey. I hope that you guys will subscribe and follow along, and I'm hoping that maybe by doing this it can help somebody else who might have going through a similar situation, or somebody else who husband just got diagnosed with a terminal cancer, and how do you process that and how do you deal with that. So that's what this series and this new vlog series is going to be for my channel. And if you guys are more than welcome to subscribe and follow along, I'm going to make sure I do my best to use all of these resources that are provided to me for the next year and truly discover who Rose is as an independent woman. Robert set me up for success, and when he felt that I was okay and that I was going to be okay, he was able to let go. Now I have to continue to carry his legacy on and honor him and do the next right thing in life, and continue to do the next right thing in life, and keep my sobriety first and constantly share and give back to you guys, and by sharing my experience, strength, and hope, and by sharing the traumatic loss and the hardship that comes with losing a spouse to cancer, I think it'll also help me heal as well, and maybe somebody else can get something out of these videos and these vlogs. So they might be all over the place. Like, I'll flip videos here and there, and I'm gonna just try to start until I get like a nice small little vlogging camera. I'm just gonna use my phone. I do have a nice camera at home, but it's big, so like if I'm out like I am right now, I'll use my phone until I'm able to get a nice camera, a little vlog camera for you guys. And I'm actually really excited about this journey and like sharing it with you guys and being open and vulnerable to all of it, like the hardships of it, the waves of emotions that grief comes and gives and takes you, and that it consumes you, and when you wake up with it and it's debilitating and you can't get out of bed, and from when you don't sleep for days on end. Like last night, I have not been to sleep. My sleep schedule has been so non-existent. I'm lucky if I get 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night on the nights that I do sleep, and I've only been really sleeping every other night since he's passed. So the sleeping is the hardest thing right now, learning to just get my sleep schedule back because there's so much going on right now. So I'm on 0 hours of sleep right now. I'm just gonna really try to show you guys the rawest and the realest that you can possibly get under these kind of circumstances. This just to show you that, you know, it's not easy and it's not gonna be an easy process, but I think it's also gonna be very healing and therapeutic, both for myself and for somebody else who might be going through it. You know, somebody who just found out that their spouse was diagnosed with a terminal cancer, and what do you do with that? You know, how do you process that? It's so hard. So this is the start of this series, and I hope that you guys will follow along and get some healing out of it yourself and get some kind of closure out of it if you've lost somebody to cancer. And I appreciate you guys watching. I will be segmenting clips here and there all over into videos and just make it the best kind of vlog and therapy and group therapies and grief things, as long as I'm like in some kind of grief therapies classes or virtuals. And I really want to take you guys along on this whole like healing journey that I'm about to put myself on, to really just discover who Rose is, to discover who I am as a person, as an independent woman, make sure that I'm capable to continue to grow in life. And just, life is so short, so I want to enjoy things, and I want to go on vacations and enjoy my life, like, and live every day like it's my last, because life is so short and tomorrow is not promised. So you really don't know when is your last day, right? Losing Robert, like, we had no clue that we were going to lose him as fast and as soon as we did, and he's gone. You can't live with the regrets and the what ifs, and I should have stayed with him both nights, and you know, I cannot do that to myself because it's detrimental to your mental health, and grief takes a long time. You know, you never really fully like get over grieving the loss of somebody, especially a soulmate, somebody that was sent on this earth, I feel, for a purpose, and that purpose was to help me. It never really goes away, you know. It just, you learn to have your grief walk next to you rather than have it consume you. So like right now, it's early. It's only been 2 weeks since he's passed, and it's taken me 2 weeks just to finally start this, even as well as how he passed, which is in my previous video. It's taken me 2 weeks just to do that, even because it was so hard. The first 2 weeks I couldn't even get on and talk to you guys or anything yet. It took me 2 weeks just to get on there and check in on my stories on my Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I also have over there, I documented Robert's entire diagnosis with his very rare cancer from the day he was diagnosed. Literally, I have it all over there from the start and highlights on my Instagram page. There's probably like 6 highlights over there. I highly encourage you guys, if you want to ever go watch the back history of the treatments and what it did to his body and the radiation and all that he endured to just live. Of course, all my social medias will be linked down in the description box for you guys. And I just think this will be a really healing process for me. And hopefully somebody else can get some kind of healing or closure or understanding of their circumstances out of watching these vlogs as well. So that's it for now. I will be back on at some point, check in with you guys. Anything to do with grief or tears or pain, the loss of my husband, I'm gonna try to start hitting record so that you guys can see just how raw it is and how devastating it is to go from being with somebody every single day for 8.5 years to now all alone. So here I am, just leaving the library, and I figured I'd hit record real quick because I had to go in there and get all of his our marriage license and our copies of his death certificate together and print all these things out for all this stuff that I have to do, for his IRA accounts. When literally I talked to them on the phone and they made it out like it was so easy. Oh, just go ahead and fill out the PDF form and you can do it online and then email it back to us or mail it. And then I've paid $10 this month to download Adobe to do it manually online, thinking, oh, this will be easy, it'll be done in no time. And then next thing you know, we got it all done, had my accountant get involved to help me make sure I'm taking out the proper withholdings for state and federal taxes on his IRA, because it's not a whole lot of money. If it was anything worthwhile, I would just open an account with Capital America Capital Group or whatever it is, but it wasn't a whole lot because he's pulled from it several times to pay his shut off or buy his brand new mower that he just got last spring for work, and so he's pulled from it. So there's not a whole lot left really to be worth investing, so I'm just cashing it out, and I was all ready to go, and the email wouldn't go through. So then I called and they're like, you have to mail that in by paper. And I'm like, oh great, well somebody should have told me that to begin with. So that's what I'm currently doing right now, and it's just really hard and frustrating and so sad. It just sucks so bad, you guys. This process of having to do all this for him is makes me feel like I'm erasing him out of my life, and I know I'm not. It's just stuff that has to be done, but it's so overwhelming. And then I'm not sleeping on top of it. I've got to get a good night's sleep tonight, and I'll check in with you guys again in the morning as well, because I'm literally just hitting record and I'm going to throw these clips together. They're probably going to be out of place and out of order, but that's a vlog for you. So that's what I'm doing right now with my marriage license and his death certificate, and all of that just further solidifies that it's real and that he's gone. Now he's not ever coming back, and it's so unfair. While I was whining about this situation, I don't know if you guys heard a ding dong, a church bell going off in the background, but I just looked at my other phone, and for one, it's a picture of me and him with his absolutely beautiful blue eyes. His eyes are so beautiful. They touch your soul. Literally, his eyes are so sparkling, the most beautiful blue eyes I've ever seen. So this rung real quick, and I have a Bible app that he had, that he would send me every day, the scripture thing that would pop up, and I would read it sometimes and sometimes I wouldn't. Well, let me tell you, since grief and loss and trying to learn how to heal from losing your best friend, you got to try, or at least me personally, I am a believer in Jesus Christ and that Jesus died on the cross for my sins, and I'm a strong believer in Christianity and faith is the reason I'm even alive. So I really started investing in reading the scripture again daily, even just from the app like this. So this is the King James Bible version. I'm not going to get all like super religious, but I do want to read because it just popped up for the evening one. And it says, "Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people." So then you hit the button and it brings you down to the little prayer and the little inspiration thing that it gives. And let me tell you, you guys, these have been helping me immensely to get through each day, because it comes once in the morning. I'll get a prayer and an inspiration thing like this, and then once again at night, a nightly prayer. And these are so therapeutic, so helpful. They just like kind of make me feel like, you know, God is listening and hears and feels my broken heart right now. And especially when I get times like this of like uncertainty and like sometimes I don't even know which way to go or what to do with myself right now. And these are really helpful. So I wanted to just share that with you guys real quick. Well, that's everything for this video, you guys. I just wanted to hop on here and give a somewhat of a decent outro to this vlog. It is currently the month of October right now as I'm sitting down to film this outro. I literally just have you guys propped up on my phone doing this. I'm sitting here editing these vlogs and realized that I did not have any kind of outro set up, so I figured I'd hop on and close this vlog and just kind of explain a little bit. This is the official first vlog on my new vlog series that I do know so many of you were interested in seeing. I think what I would like to call this vlog series is learning how to heal / grieve the loss of a spouse to terminal cancer / the rediscovery of Rose. So that video was basically 2 weeks after I had lost Robert, and I just hit record every time that I felt grief and that I felt heartache and sadness and any type of grieving things that I was going through. I would just hit record. So the clips are kind of going to be all over the place until they become a little bit more organized as time goes on for you guys. Even though it has been technically 6 months, I still feel it's very important that I share this whole experience with you guys. And even to go back into May, which is where the vlog started, as you saw, May 3rd or May 4th, whatever that was, you know, it's been 6 months ago. I still feel it's very important that I get these up as not only a way to help myself, but maybe it can help somebody else who is going through a similar experience and has a spouse or a loved one who is diagnosed with cancer and a terminal cancer, or you're maybe somebody who has lost somebody recently to cancer as well. Also, before I forget, it was kind of aggravating because when I first started vlogging entirely back in May, my very first vlog, it figures, you know, I forgot to turn my radio down. So as a result, I had to go in and try to extract the audio from the beginning of the vlog. And that's why you can still hear the singer's voice, because it only extracted the audio and it kept both my vocals and his vocals. So I'm probably am going to get demonetized for that because YouTube's going to pick it up, but it's no big deal. I still want to post it. It'd be different if it was like kind of going into the vlogs more so. I would just cut it out entirely. But because it was the very first vlog, the very first beginning part of the beginning first video of my vlog, I was kind of stuck and left to try to somehow extract the audio. Thankfully, I remembered 2 minutes later to turn my radio down, but nonetheless, that's why you hear the significant difference in the first 2 minutes to the rest of it, because I had forgot to turn the radio down. So I have a lot of back footage to do and a lot of clips from, you know, May on into the coming months, and I'm going to really try my hardest to get caught up and current, because I am right now actually packing for my vacation that I do plan to vlog the experience and share it with you guys, just part of my healing journey and the rediscovery of Rose. There's going to be lots more footage and lots more content to come. No matter how painful it is or how hard it may be to go back and edit, I promised myself that I would vlog the entire experience of grief and loss for the first 12 months after losing a spouse to cancer. And basically the last person that I have left in my life that was significant and meant the world to me, which is my husband. We're halfway in right now. I literally can't believe it. We're halfway in. It's officially been 6 months. And if the vlogs do well and you guys enjoy them, then I will continue on into my second year possibly as well. But we'll just see. I'll kind of get these up the best that I can, as fast as I can, now that I finally am editing and going back and working on these. So that's everything for my first vlog on my new vlog series. I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And let me know, what do you think down in the comment section down below? Is the vlog interesting to you? Are vlogs something that you would be interested in watching? Do you like to watch grief vlogs? Do you like to watch other people's journeys in life with diagnoses and cancer and illnesses? I know me personally, I really enjoy watching other people's experience, strength, and hope. They're a way to really help motivate me and give me hope and remind me that, I'm not alone. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like it. And until next time, I love you guys so much. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye. Bye.